Hey family, it's Marv, one rep at a time. We're gonna go over the perfect sit-up, quote unquote, and it is pretty darn brutal. It's similar to a Roman chair, same principles apply, but we're kind of kicking it up a notch now. I recommend starting on the ground. Sure, you could do this on a decline bench, but start on the ground, and you're in for a treat if you've never done this before. So I don't like traditional sit-ups where we're hinging merely at the waist. One, it puts your low back in a bad position, and two, you're just training your hip flexors. You're not getting your actual abdominals to crunch. Remember, we need to round the back. So the perfect sit-up take care of all that. Now, one of these days, I will learn and not obliterate my core the day before deciding to shoot a video. So probably be a little bit of a struggle, but that's good though, because I could go over, break down where I'm messing up and how to get better. So the perfect sit-up is, if you have somebody to anchor your feet, that's fine. You can anchor your feet too. But the idea is we're gonna go segment by segment of your vertebrae. So vertebrae by vertebrae. You should probably learn how to say that word a lot more, so I'm gonna be using it in the future. Is start with your hands across your chest, and vertebrae by vertebrae, I want you to slowly wind or curl yourself up. Good. And reverse the process, vertebrae by vertebrae, just slowly unroll. Looks easy, it's significantly harder. Now, most folks will be able to get up to right about here, and then all of a sudden, 3 or 4 vertebrae in their low back are going to lift up all together. We want to individually place them down on the ground and reverse the process. Individually curl them up. So you remember, you're hunching, you're curling your back. You're really getting your abdominals to do the work. Super slowly. So right there I broke down. I had a segment of my back, probably about that long, touch down, not individually. Now you can do this. You can do that. If you need to make it harder, kick it up a notch. Start with hands up. Individually. Oh, that's really tough. Individually down. If you're doing this correctly, reps are going to be low. I mean, you might only be able to do 2 or 3 in the beginning. That's fine. For breathing, if you want, I don't want you to take a breath in and hold and expand your belly. If anything, you want to be breathing out as you come up, or at least shrink your belly in. I don't want you flaring your rib cage, squeezing your belly up. So I like to pull in the belly button, breathe out. So right there, I'm starting to break down because I'm fatiguing. And just go like that. So I don't really want you to hold your breath when you're coming up. Programming this in, I probably did more sets in a traditional core exercise, merely because in the beginning, you might only be getting 2, 3, 4, 5 reps. I want us to get repetitions in, so I want good repetitions. Anytime your form breaks down, in the beginning, you have 2 options. Option 1 is, as soon as you don't do a rep properly, you could stop it. Option 2, which I think is better, is anytime you don't do 2 in a row, because the one you might just have had, a lack of focus or whatever, right? So say, because right there I'm breaking down, I know that, so then I'm going to go extra slow through that breakdown process, right, where I'm not able to individually curl them up and really get my abdominals to fire. Right there was better. Had I stopped at the first one, I would have been down. But if you're starting to miss and break down every other repetition and stop the set, again, if you even are crushing it, 10 reps of this is freaking hard because we're going so slow. The time under tension is real, and you're really getting your abdominals to fire, not your hip flexors. So this is the perfect sit-up. Start with the ground. If you want to graduate, you can play with a decline bench, but start with the ground, and I guarantee you're going to be shaking and quivering just like I was. Vertebrae by vertebrae, be patient. Okay, lose your ego, don't rush things. I want you to go nice and slow. If you're watching this video, it means you are a 1-rep client, so first and foremost, thank you. And then a quick reminder, I do a referral bonus. So if you refer anybody to me and they sign up for anything, don't care if it's the consultation, online training, nutrition, ebooks, shirts. If I do a seminar at their work, if they're local, whatever it is, they will get a discount and you will get a discount. I like to do referrals. I prefer my business to be referral based, obviously. And if we're not working together any longer, I'll make sure I send you some cash no matter where you are in the world. The way of saying thank you.